As Amarillo thrives economically in these boom times, commercial activity continues to grow, but far from the city center. The suburbs along the loop bustle with activity, while downtown seems largely vacant despite aggressive efforts on behalf of 9 organizations, both public and private, to revitalize downtown. In the first of a 2-part series called Digging Up Downtown, we attempt to find out where we are and where we're going. Deborah McCart, the former mayor of Amarillo, says it's time to review the city's strategy as it may not be working.
We want to encourage business downtown, and some of the things maybe that we've done, myself included, maybe it discouraged business owners.
Jerry Hodge, the CEO of Maxer Pharmaceutical and also an ex-mayor of Amarillo, agrees with Mayor McCart. He says that red tape is strangling the ability to do business downtown and that a lot of downtown development initiatives are driving business elsewhere.
Their goals and plans on the downtown development are probably very good. I mean, I don't really disagree with that. There's a lot of bureaucracy going on. How many committees do you have to go through to get a project approved and done? I think you need to cut the red tape out, and you need to make it very user-friendly, if you will, on people that want to develop and build downtown.
A number of business interests downtown are concerned about the effects of the design standards, which were intended to create an urban environment and a pleasant streetscape. Melissa Daly, the executive director of Downtown Amarillo, Inc., says that design standards don't necessarily increase costs.
I think that is a common perception, that design standards increase costs. But often they don't increase costs. Sometimes they even lessen costs.
Jared Atkinson, the city manager, says that while design standards often do increase the cost of construction, that there are several assistance programs available to help businesses meet these new standards.
Well, certainly I think that there is a little bit of a cost to put that streetscape in. Many of the projects have applied for and received assistance through the tiers to help offset some of that increased cost, and I think it's been successful.
But evidently these programs aren't working, at least for Maxer Pharmaceutical's expansion plans. Pronews 7 inquired about whether he would grow his operations here locally.
Probably not. We redid a parking lot over here, and it took us twice as long and twice as much money to build it, meeting the new design standards. We are going to grow, we are going to expand, but we will probably either do it in Nashville or Phoenix.
Joe Bob McCart of McCart & Associates, a large commercial real estate services company that is deeply involved in many transactions downtown, released a statement to Pronews 7 saying that we feel that the regulatory procedure is much more lengthy than it once was. And some citizens have doubts as to whether the city is achieving its mission of attracting businesses through the creation of the downtown bureaucracy.
I haven't seen where the private sector is coming in. I see the city purchasing this piece of property and that piece of property, and that's easy money for the city. They're spending other people's money. That's not investors.
Melissa Daly is urging people to be patient, as she says downtown development is something that takes time.
It really is a long process to redevelop out downtown. Downtown Amarillo Inc. has been working on this process for 5 years, which is a very short time to redevelop, and we have made a lot of progress.
But the former mayor says that the vision has substantially changed for downtown since she left office.
But maybe we're putting the cart before the horse. Maybe that's what's happening, and you're not seeing those visions that we all have for Amarillo come up as quickly as we thought they would.
Tomorrow in the second part of Pronews 7's special report, Digging Up Downtown, we speak with local leaders about making the multi-purpose stadium the centerpiece of downtown development. And we also travel to Lubbock to see what lessons were learned from their successful revitalization of the Overton neighborhood.